Good morning, team. This is Jim. Today's training, we're going to go over more scripts, and we're going to actually focus on going through some calls and just critiquing a call coordinator to make improvements and continue to learn how to best improve the phone calls that we have. So we're just going to quickly go through some of these calls real quick um, and just take some examples and kind of see what's going on. So it looks like there were some great contacts that were made with some pretty long conversations. So we're just going to go through and make sure that the script that we're using, which is going to be the expireds and for sale by owner script, is being adhered to, and that any objection handlers, um, if they're throwing something at them, that they're using the scripts that we have. Also, too, I just want to note that I just added 2 more objection handlers. We originally had 24. I added 25 and 26. And 25 is, I'm not going to list, I'm only going to pay you if you bring me a buyer. We're getting a lot of people who, I'm never going to list the house again, or um, I'll just meet with you if you bring me a buyer. Are you going to buy the house? Whatever that might be, um, especially too, and that would be another good one to add as a 27th would be, are you going to buy the house? I don't know, I haven't seen it. That is your perfect objection handler for a lot of different things sellers send at you. Are you going to bring my buyer? Are you going to list it? I don't want to list it, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? That's all great and dandy. However, I've never seen your house, so I don't even know if we have a buyer for your home. And yes, we have buyers. Remember our objection handler? Do you have buyers for the house? Yes, we certainly do have buyers, and that's not the reason why I'm calling. I'm calling because we actually specialize in selling houses that resisted selling previously. So just kind of note that those are 2 different new ones that we're going to bring into the mix, essentially. So just real quick, I want to get that one. Do you have a buyer? We absolutely have buyers, and I'm really calling to see if you're interested in selling. What are the circumstances that will enable you to sell? Great objection handler. So you can kind of combo that with, well, do you have a buyer? Well, we certainly do have buyers, and honestly, I've never seen your house, so I'm not sure if that's a good fit for them. So it's not listed on the MLS, so I can't see it or preview it. So that's actually why I'm reaching out to you, because I'm trying to see if you're actually interested in selling your house. And I was curious what circumstances would enable you to sell. So just kind of have these out while we're going through the call. So let's just kind of hop on to one and start.
Hello. Hi, hello, Frank, right? Yeah. Hi, Frank. My name is Joseph. I'm calling you because I understand that you have.
Up right off the bat. Hi, is this Frank? Yes. Hey, Frank. Thanks for taking my call. My name is Joseph, and I work with the real estate team. Just wanted to give you a quick courtesy call.
A house for sale and it has expired right now, according to my.
Nope. So the script was this paragraph. So the call coordinator is not off to a great start by not even starting with the correct paragraph, saying, hey, is this Frank? Yeah. Oh, hey, Frank. Well, thanks for taking my call. My name is Joseph, and I work with the real estate team. This is just a quick courtesy call. The reason I'm calling is we saw your home came off the market and wanted to see if it's still available, if it actually sold. That is exactly how every single phone call with an expired starts. Period. There's no deviating from that.
My database, so I wanted to know if you actually sold it or you're gonna put it back on the market. Who are you? Are you a real estate agent?
Right. The reason he asked that question is the script actually says I work with the real estate team. They're specifically designed to state your purpose and who you're with real quick without losing the phone call. So you're not saying you're a realtor, you just work with the real estate team. Just want to give you a courtesy call. I saw your home expired and I want to see if it's still available if it's sold.
I work with a real estate team.
Right?
Yeah,
Now he
well,
just lost control. So when you guys don't stick to your script, here's the big thing that happens. The script is designed to keep you in control of the conversation. Right off the bat, the call coordinator just lost control of the conversation. Instead of always ending with a question, right, he stopped. Oh, I work with the real estate team. Pause. There's no question or nothing to else for him to continue to assume control of the conversation. When you do that, you have to also allow time for them to respond at the correct moments, which is after you ask them a question. He didn't ask a question, and now the control is being assumed by this person who now didn't know the purpose, is a little confused, and now he's going to start asking questions, which is going to switch the energy and control over to him.
come and look at it, I may sell it, but that's all. I'm not going to list it.
Okay, so you still have the house and you're still looking to sell it.
Okay, second question. When are you looking to hire the right agent for the job to sell it? He's listening too much to what this seller is saying and not following the script. So, following the script, if you literally just ignore what the seller says because they're trying to assume control, you have to now revert the energy back over to you by asking a powerful question. This is why it's stated right here in the beginning. It's a closing statement, and it's also designed to take control should this happen with a higher aggressive person. This gentleman's probably a high D personality.
Right?
I still have the house, yes.
Okay. Can I ask you, Frankie, so that house is actually like an investment property that you have?
Okay, so the call coordinator is starting to build rapport, which is fine. That's usually done as soon as you ask this question. And then the following one, the first question you always ask after is, well, and especially if the seller's like, oh, I don't want to list it. Well, okay, well, do you still need to sell your house? So that's always your first intro to start getting into their motivation.
Ready for somebody to move on or to move in, right? Or is actually that place where you live?
Well, I lived in it, yes, but I'm not living in it right at the moment.
Okay, yeah, so you use it for living, but you have another place where you actually live, so it's vacant, you could say, right?
Right now it's vacant, yes.
Okay. Do you have like a time frame? I mean, if you're paying the house right now, if it's not sold or rented, right? So you have like a time frame?
Well, I don't care. I got 175 other houses, so if I have one vacant, it doesn't make any difference.
Okay, that's great. So this is
So he's got 175 properties. That's something I'm seriously going to make a note of, and I hope that there's a note on here with that, because this gentleman has a lot of properties. Right off the bat, I'm going to use that to my advantage and say, listen, hey, buddy, you got 175 properties. How much is your time worth? Why are you dealing with selling properties? You should be dealing with either working on them or doing something else at a high level or being with your family. So right off the bat, let me ask you this. It sounds like you're a very busy man, and I appreciate your time. How much is your time worth? And by answering that question, I'd love to see if I can help you figure out a way where I can show you that how much you're going to pay me in commission is irrelevant to how much you're actually going to net. And I'm sure you understand that. So what's more important to you, sir? Is it how much you net or how much you actually pay in commission? That's going to be definitely one of the questions I'm going to throw in there. But right off the bat, I'm going to make a note that he has over 175 other properties. That little key sentence is going to make me do two things. Number one, I'm going to definitely want to make sure I follow up with this person very frequently to stay on his good side and just build rapport, because this gentleman has an entire portfolio. Number two, I'm going to want to know, is he an investor? Is he just represent another company? What's his deal? So I'm going to ask other couple qualifying questions. And in that process, once after I do that and build rapport with him, then I'm going to actually say, I'm going to start getting real with him. Okay, let me ask you, why are you spending your time trying to sell this property? Based on your strategy, if he's a fix and flipper or he just buys and holds property, why isn't he spending his time looking for another deal or managing the properties he has? And does he need someone to manage those properties? There's so many different ways that we can spin this. And we don't want to lose control, because this gentleman would be someone who would definitely be interested in working with us in the future. And he already listed the property. So he's open to the concept, but obviously this didn't go too well. So now he's doing it himself. So this is going to be a tougher person to crack because he has so much real estate experience with his other properties. So let's just kind of continue.
only one that you're looking to sell, I guess. Is that right?
Well, maybe. I may have a few others for sale, too, but this one in particular, maybe.
Okay. Well, you see, I don't know if you have had a bad experience with the previous agent because it was listed, right? So
Well, let's not even talk about it. Are you interested in buying it? If you are, you can come see me and we can go out and look at it. If you aren't,
All right, now the seller is completely in control of the conversation because the scripts were not adhered to. Perfect example of what happens when you're not following the script. Now he's taking control because you don't know what you're talking about. And it's very clear that you're being wishy-washy and not following the script, and especially with this type of personality, he's going to want more direct answers. So, and he'd appreciate that. It might seem like you're being more confrontational. That's the personality type. When you come against a high D, you always revert back to being a high D, right? Mirror and match him. He doesn't have time for people to be flaky and ask him questions that aren't pertinent. So ask him questions that are important and be quick about it.
you know, I don't know what you're up to on this. So
Okay, well, let me explain you that, Frank. You see, as I said, I work with a real estate team, right? So what I do is I will send an agent, a real estate agent, to actually have.
That's not the actual script. We don't send an agent. We're not telling them any of that kind of stuff. This is the script. Great. You know what? And I'm sorry, Frank, if I didn't explain that clearly. What we actually do is I work with the real estate team, and what we do is we specialize in selling homes that have resisted selling previously. And I was hoping to see if you'd be free to get together for about 15 minutes or so and talk about why your house didn't sell and what needs to happen in order for it to sell at this point. When's a good time to meet?
Look at the property so they can see how much the property should be on the market, right? And so we can talk about if we can sell it for the price that you're asking, or if there should be a better price, and talk about the house
Don't talk about price.
and see how it is and what we can do, so we can show you what we do differently, right? And you can take a decision there. It's not like I want you to have a compromise with for listening with us with a contract, right? But the idea is that you understand that we do things on a different way. We have a different approach for selling things, and you can have get to know us, see your records, and take your decision there, because it will be good for you to actually sell it as soon as possible and for top dollar, right? And we can offer you that.
Well, it doesn't make any difference if I sell it tomorrow or if I sell it next year. I mean, if someone wants to give me $189,000 for it, and I think I have it listed for $199, if they want, and it has an appraisal of $199, if somebody wants to give me $189 cash and get me out, that's what it'll be. If they want to give me $179, I'll tell them to hit the road.
So, Frank, what's more important to you? How much you're going to net or how much you're going to pay in commission? Because you just told me you would take 10 grand off what you want right now. So what's more important to you? How much you're going to pay us or how much you're going to net? That's your next question.
Okay.
But, I'm pretty blunt, okay?
Okay, Frank. So if we can net you what you need, those $189,000, and correct, without talking about our commission on that price.
No, that's not in the script. Don't give away our commission. That's a big no-no. If we can net you what you need in the time frame that's acceptable to you, would you at least consider interviewing us? That's the actual script objection handler. If you want to go down the different route, essentially this gentleman's selling himself, right? So this is something that this gentleman, obviously, you can hear there's some background noise. He seems like he's in a rush. You got to be blunt with him. So how much you're going to net or how much you're going to pay in commission is a great question to ask him. There are a couple other approaches that are in here. I'm just looking for the other one that would be a good fit for him. Here we go. No, it's not it. Well, this is another good one. I would ask him, let me ask you, Frank, why are you selling your house? I mean, obviously he's not looking to, we just don't know his motivation at this point. And I think that's the biggest issue is we haven't asked qualifying questions. He's taken over the conversation and we're going down a spiraling slope. You're better off just to hang up the phone and just say you got disconnected and call him back when you know your scripts. That's really what I would do.
I don't even care. The commission I can take care of. I'll do whatever I have to do there. But that's going to be the price of it, and I ain't going to have no ins and outs and all this kind of stuff. That's just what it is. I don't know how you guys operate. I think somebody from your office already called me this morning, right?
I did call you, but I haven't talked to you yet until right now.
Well, some gal called me this morning, and it's the same type of thing. Okay,
Okay.
and I'm not, if somebody wants to look at it, somebody's got some money and is serious about buying it. Okay, come see me, and I'll give anybody a commission that brings a customer to me.
Okay, yes. Well, you're talking about buyer's commission, right? You see, we will have potential buyers for it, for sure. But what happens is that we need somebody of our team, a real estate agent, to go and have a look at it so we can offer it to our potential buyers, right? But we list it, right, so we can offer it.
Yeah, okay. Well,
It could be an open contract. Why don't we talk about that?
Right.
We can explain how we can work.
Yeah, well, I'm running I got a little laundromat here. I'm working with customers right now. So you may call me tomorrow morning, okay? And we'll see what we can do.
Okay, what about if
I got
Jennifer Sanders? She's the actual agent.
All right, stop talking. We have to pay attention to their signals. If they're busy, let them go. You're not going to get anywhere with someone who tells you they're busy and they're hanging up on you, essentially. Because at that point, what they're telling you is your script sucked and you didn't connect with them. So hang up the phone and you're going to have to restart. Basically, this is one of the things that we can bring up in that point. If he's not willing to put it on the market. So listen, Frank, let me be frank with you. Pun intended. If I bring you a buyer, we only know that 1% or 2% of the buyers actually buy the property, the first one that they see, right? And because they're looking at multiple properties. My clients and I don't have time to go around looking at for sale by owner, owner to owner to owner to owner. No buyers do. In fact, there's 4 types of buyers. There's serious in a hurry. There's serious not in a hurry. There's investors and looky-loos. Now, what are you doing to attract the serious in a hurry and the serious not in a hurry? Because quite frankly, if I brought you one and he's serious in a hurry or serious not in a hurry, and he's not interested in your home, what are you doing to attract all the other hundreds, if not thousands, of people who are working with realtors because your property's not on the market? So are you open to putting it on the open market and getting it back on with an agent, a strong agent like ourselves, the one we work with our team, in order to net you what you need? That would be kind of how I would approach it. I would tell him about the 4 types of buyers, what we do differently, and is he willing to do that? Because if he's working with customers right now, this guy's obviously a very smart and savvy person. He's a high D, he doesn't have time for you. You have to be quick with that type of personality. So just be frank with Frank. So that's just an example of definitely need to stick to our scripts better on that type of call.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Joel.
Yes, this is Joel.
Hi, Joel. My name is John. Or Joe. Well, I'm calling because I understand that you're looking to sell a house. You have a property to sell? Okay. So I was giving you this quick courtesy call to see if it's still available or have you sold it?
No, we just put it in the Craigslist this week.
Okay, so it's just like a week old since you actually announced that you're...
So are you selling it for sale by owner is the question I'm going to ask. Cool. So that sounds cool. That sounds good, Joe. So you made a Craigslist ad. So are you looking to sell for sale by owner right now, or is it listed with an agent?
Looking to sell.
Just since Monday.
Okay. Okay, well, so I understand you're asking for $249.
Big no. Never mention numbers. You are not licensed. This actually will literally get you fired. If this happens again as an infringement, this is not okay. Never talk number. You're not allowed to mention price unless you're licensed. That's a big no. This can get us sued and they will go after you. So never mention price. That's something that you're not a licensed assistant. You're just an assistant on the team. Can't talk about price. You have to refer it to another person.
And 900, is that right?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Well, Joel, I actually
Now, off the bat, too, we had a long talk about sticking to scripts, and yet again, the same call. I don't know where this is coming from. It seems like we're having leisurely conversations with people instead of actually sticking to the script. Hey, my name is Joe. Thanks for taking my call. I noticed that your home came off the market, and I wanted to see if it's still available or if it actually sold. If you just want to say that, that would have been better than we're going into price, and I don't know where this is coming from. This entire script just seemed to be thrown out the window at this point.
work with a real estate team, so the reason for the call is to see if you still have it available, and being available, have you thought actually to hire an agent to do the job of selling it for you?
When are you looking to hire the right agent for the job to sell your house, is the correct phrase.
Yeah, we already have an agent lined up when we're ready to list. So
Okay, and you have considered then like a time frame that for you
Do you have a signed agreement with them yet, Frank?
to sell it. You know, what is the time frame that you know that you need to have the house sold already for you to consider?
we don't. No, we're not in any hurry.
Okay.
Great, Frank. Do you need to sell your house? First question. Okay, so you're not in a hurry. Or Joel, let me ask you then, Joel, do you need to sell your house?
All
right. Well, thank you.
I would like to see if we can have the opportunity to be at least your second option. To
Right, you just got hung up on because your script, I wouldn't talk to you. I don't know why that was really flaky, and that's not why this script is designed. This is a powerful script to get people to move into talking and having a conversation with them. So I would call that person back because he obviously does need to sell, and that's a good conversation. So I'd keep that on here. This is a long one that we're about to listen to, so we might skip some parts of this.
Hello. Hi, I'm looking for Mike.
Yeah, speaking.
Hi, Mike. My name is Joseph. How are you doing?
Okay.
Nope, we talked about how you're doing. How you're doing is the worst possible introduction ever. um, it's just remove it from your vocabulary. How are you doing today? Hey, this is Joe. How you doing? Great. This person doesn't know you. Why is he going to tell you how he's really doing? Use the script. Hey, this is Joe. Thanks for taking my call. I work with the real estate team. This is just a quick courtesy call. And the reason I'm calling you is because I saw your home came off the market. I want to find out if it's still available, if it actually sold. Always the first question, right there, your statement.
Yes, well, I'm calling you because I understand that you're looking to sell a house. I wanted to know if it's still available or have you sold it?
I haven't actually sold it, but I have some people interested in it.
Okay, so you have made open houses and people have shown interest.
Yeah.
But you haven't got an offer yet. Is that right?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, and do you mind if I ask you how long have you had it already on the market? Since when?
A couple of weeks.
Okay.
A couple of weeks.
Great. So you're doing a for sale by owner, right? You're the owner
Yeah.
and you want to sell it yourself, okay? Well, you see, I'm actually working with a real estate company, so we're calling to see if you need any assistance. But
That's not why we're calling. We're calling to see when you're looking to hire the right agent for the job to sell it. That's why we're calling, because we're the right agent for the job to sell your house, so when can we meet? That is how your script is. This is literally, you're sabotaging, by saying things like that, you're sabotaging your own credibility and you don't sound confident. And when you do those two things, no one's going to work with you. If a salesperson came up to me and was like, hey, I'm looking to buy a car, and I'm walking around the car dealership and someone comes up to me and says, hey, so you looking to buy a car? And I go, mm-hmm. I don't know this person. Never met him before. Oh, okay, and so you're looking at, and let's just say I'm in a Ford dealership. Oh, you looking at Fords? And I say, yeah, I'm looking to buy a Ford car. And then the salesperson asks me, well, what's my time frame? Oh, okay, well, I'm not sure. Just kind of browsing, right? I'm here to buy a car. I'm in the dealership, right? This is a for sale by owner. He's looking to sell his house. So, and then the salesperson starts actually sabotaging themselves by saying, well, this is a great car. Chevy's got some great cars as well, and I kind of work with Ford. I like their product. What are you looking for? Now, why would I want to? That's the inappropriate way to go after a sale. The appropriate way is, oh, this is a great car. What are you looking for? This thing has so many features. Are you looking for specific features? You're going to be more aggressive. You're not going to sabotage yourself and kind of be wishy-washy. People want an aggressive agent.
Concern also and wanted to learn why is it that you decided to do it yourself, to do the selling yourself?
Well, the thing is, I really, I'm actually doing two things, Joseph. I'm going to rent it, and I thought, well, I'll take a chance if I can sell it. If not, but I've got plenty of renters, but I'm just doing some work on it now. I'm fixing a new roof on the garage and a couple other things, so I'm really not in that much of a rush until I get my work done. So I thought maybe if I could sell it, fine, but really, I'm probably going to rent it.
Okay, so you're gonna do a for sale by owner, but if it doesn't sell soon, how much will we say? 3 months?
Oh, I can rent it in a couple days. I can rent it for. I could have rented it this morning.
Oh yeah, I understand.
But I could have rented it this morning, but I just, like I said, I'm working on it, and I don't really want to put anybody. I don't want to be bothered with. You know what I mean? I don't want to work on the house with people around. So I'm just going to finish the house and then see from there. And it's going to take me a couple of weeks, and if I can sell it in a couple of weeks, if not, I'm just going to go to my plan A, which is really to rent it.
I see. Okay, I think I got what you're saying there. I mean, right now you're working, fixing the house.
So that's good. So actually reiterating the point A, because this is good. So the call corner is actually starting getting into a little bit in terms of their motivation and kind of what they're. So this guy's obviously not in a rush. He's looking to first to rent it. So to state back what they're looking for, okay, so let me see if I get this. This is your point A. So that's really good. So this is starting to hopefully move them into a better area where they can start digging a little bit deeper into the motivation.
And if you get to sell it like that, like like on the process that you're selling, that you're fixing it,
Yeah,
then you sell it. But you cannot rent it yet, right? Because you're working on it, right?
that's right. Yeah, right. I could have, like I said, I could have rented it this morning, but I didn't want to do it because I'm still working on it. So that's basically it.
Okay, yeah. So once you finish, if you don't actually have an offer, then you will as well just rent it, right? Because
Exactly.
okay, so yeah, it's not that you actually need to get rid of the house. Then it will be an inversion, right?
No, I don't have to get rid of it. Actually, Joseph, tax-wise, it's kind of stupid for me to do this because I already sold a house this year, and for me to sell another house is kind of foolish. But I'm retired, so otherwise I wouldn't even consider any of this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's good. So part of your retirement is actually, working on your houses, right? So they can rent well or sell well.
Yeah, or sell well. So the thing is, either way, I mean, for me to do what I'm doing to sell it is kind of foolish according to my accountant. So, but like I said, if I can sell it, I'll consider it, and I'm going to have to sell it at what I want. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
See, I'm asking $114,900. If I can get $114,900, or maybe $2,000 difference, I'm not going to sell it.
Okay, and can you tell me, Mike, how did you go to that price?
Basically, I looked at a couple houses in the area. I know I had some comps done, and that's a little high. But I looked at some of the houses in the area, and some of them were a lot more. And this house is in good shape. I mean, the roof is brand new. I'm putting a brand new roof on the garage. The mechanicals are pretty new. And the plus of the area is an up-and-coming area. And I sold one house there last year, but maybe a year and a half ago, to a kid for $100,000, and it was small. So
yeah,
we'll see. I'm not saying maybe you can say that's a little overpriced, but You know, like I said,
You already
if I don't get that,
Mhm.
then I'm going to rent. That's what I'm saying.
Correct. Okay, yeah, but the main thing is that you did make a study, right? You checked how much the other houses are for on the area.
Yeah, I had a
Mhm.
friend of mine who's a real estate agent. He gave me a comp of 100,000.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so then you said, well, if I'm gonna sell it, then I'm gonna sell it for this amount so I can get something from it, right? Because it's not gonna
Exactly.
be
Because I
giving you
really
rent.
don't need to sell it. You know what I mean? I don't need to sell it because a lot of people want to live in that area. I mean, it's right next to the hospital. I had a nurse come today to look at the house because she wants to be near her work.
So this guy Mike seems like a really nice gentleman, retired guy. Probably has a lot of time on his hands now. He's working on the house, and he probably will talk, which it seems like it will, for a while. So when this happens, if you come across someone who's going to be a talker, basically the call coordinator is doing a good job of building rapport with the gentleman, which is awesome. You can always build more rapport because remember, your 3 primary objectives are to set an appointment, ask for a referral, just be nice and build rapport. So that's great right now at this point. My question though is your objective 1 and 2 haven't been sought after correctly. So don't default to building rapport right off the bat. What I mean by that is the script is not being adhered to, and we're starting to veer off into conversation land and not close for the business and ask for it 4 to 5 times. If you're asking for it 4 to 5 times, when's a good time to meet? Are you free to get together? When's a good time to meet? Are you free to get together? Then you can ask for a referral and build rapport. Up to that point, though, you're being pretty aggressive. I mean, you're being aggressive to the extent that you're sticking to the script. And then as you're going through the motivation, you're going to start using the motivation. So he's retired. This is another property that he's going to sell. So there's a lot of renters. But then I would start asking him, do you want to deal with renters? Why are you renting it? Do you have a portfolio? Is this part of your retirement plan? What are you going to do if it doesn't sell or rent? What do you do if you rent it and someone's horrible and trashes the house? Do you have other properties you need to sell? All those questions you can ask that are specific to try to figure out what his time frame motivation is. So it seems like he's not in a rush. I wouldn't want to spend too much time with this type of person, and his plan A is to rent it. So just kind of note that. We're going to actually call it quits here for today, just a bit, but these are some examples of how we can kind of improve. Definitely stick to the script. Make sure you guys know them. You're using your objection handlers, and you're being purposeful on your phone calls. Don't let 20-minute conversations happen with people who aren't serious. Definitely be nice and build rapport to an extent, right? What part of your job is your first primary objective is to get an appointment. So that's always how you're going to start out. The reason you're going to get the appointment is if you're sticking to the script. Otherwise, you're going to automatically divert to not getting an appointment or a referral and building rapport because you're doing a poor job sticking to your script. So don't make build rapport your default. Get the appointment your default. And if you can't, then you're still a nice person and can build relationships with people. So I hope this helps. We're going to talk more about this in our trainings later, and make it a great day.